Hello, my lovely students. I'm going to show you how to use the app MicNote that we had just downloaded moments before you start watching this video. The first thing you'll want to do is open your Google browser through your Chromebook, and you'll want to go up to where it says Apps on your browser. I already had that open up to that screen. You'll find an icon that says MicNote. That's the program we just downloaded. If you click on that, it'll open up a separate window for the program MicNotes. It won't actually be in your browser, it'll just be connected to your browser. You should have an icon on your taskbar showing that it is a separate program. The first thing that you guys will all have on your MicNote is a welcome note that gives you a small tutorial of how to do certain things on it. One thing it says that's in bold is highly recommended you save your notes to clouds. And I also think that's a great idea. I recommend that you save all your notes to your Google Drive, which you can do by coming up here, clicking on Note. Let's see, click to export, and export really in this case means save to. You can have it saved to your local disk, which is your hard drive on your Chromebook, your Google Drive, which you would have through the school, or your Dropbox, which might be more personal owned. I would like for you all to save your recordings on your Google Drive. Each of these over here are called notes, and for each reading that you're going to be looking through, I will always give you 2 notes to use. The first one would have the full original title of the article you'll be reading. In this case, would you eat a booger-flavored jelly bean? And it's going to have a recording already built into the story. I have my computer on mute, so you cannot hear the story playing. That way I can clearly demonstrate how my recording will work without me having to compete with the sound. You will notice that there are these time marks next to each paragraph, and those actually line up with these lines on the recording. When this cursor passes each line, it starts a new paragraph, and when it highlights the paragraph that it is reading, so it's easier for you to follow along. When it passes over a new line, it will highlight the next paragraph. This has a couple of benefits, really, not just making it easier for you to follow along. It also helps with, say, you were halfway through your recording and your mom starts talking to you about something and you missed what part of the paragraph said. So you have to go back. Well, instead of having to kind of guess where the paragraph started, you just have to go back to the last line or the line that started the paragraph and then hit play again. I'm going to show you what this looks like in action. So I've put the cursor all the way back to the start position, and I'm going to play the recording. So here it went past that first mark. That would be at the 2-second mark, and it's highlighted this paragraph saying that the recording's reading this paragraph. It's about to go past the next mark. And now it's reading the second paragraph, 19-second mark. And it will continue to do this throughout the entire story. I'm going to go ahead and pause this now. You can pause it and have it stop when you left off, or you can hit stop and it'll start all over at the beginning. When you're using this note, make sure you do not do anything to edit the recording or to edit any of the content. I am providing this note for you so that you have something to refer to if you are unsure how to read a word that's new or a way that a sentence needs to be read. This is to help guide you with your reading if you're stumbling or struggling somewhere. So please make sure you do not actually edit this note at all. If you go down to the next note that I would send you, you'll notice it will say you read, and then it will have the title following it. Would you eat a booger flavored jelly bean? And you'll notice that there's no recording up here at all. It doesn't have anything there. It doesn't have any time marks for each paragraph. It's completely blank outside of the story. This is the note that you will use to record your reading. To start recording your reading, you first press this lovely mic button here, and it'll say recording, and this bar will turn green. This bar here lets you know that your mic is working, and it also gives you an idea of how loudly and clearly you're speaking. Remember, when you're reading these notes and recording yourself, to speak very clearly so I can understand exactly what you're saying. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. We just made a recording of 23 seconds. We're going to pretend that that's the actual recording of you reading this story right now. So let's say you just got done reading this story. Now what you need to do is to save what you've recorded, and then you need to send it to me. So first I want you to hit the save button. That will save this recording onto this note so that it'll be there the next time you open up Mic Note. Then I want you to go up to Note, go down to Export, and I want you to save it to your Google Drive. And I'll walk you right through that. Make sure you put it somewhere in your Google Drive that will be easy for you to find, so you don't have to worry about, oh no, what happened, where did it go, I can't find it later on. It's nice to have a nice organized Google Drive. Also make sure you're saving to your school's Google Drive account. So you're at marshalltown.k12.ia.us emails Google Drive. If you send it to your personal Google Drive, we can't find that. After you've saved it to your Google Drive, I then want you to share it with me. You can either share the link or you can share through email. If you do the email by Gmail, let's click on that. It'll give you this here. If you can use this if you want this this format to send an email. I like to click on the send from Gmail option, and then it will take you right to your Gmail account. This one's taking me to my personal Gmail account, so I'm going to go back to this so you can't see my emails, but it's really nice the way that works. I want to let you guys know of a few other things too you need to keep in mind. If you ever uninstall the Mic Note app, everything that you've saved will be deleted automatically when you want to install the app. If you want to do multiple recordings but you don't want to delete any recordings, you can click on this arrow here and you can duplicate the note. So now you have two of these, and you can just go ahead and clear the recording that you just are on your second note. So now you have this recording that has the original one saved, and you have this one here which is blank and ready for you to make another one. If you don't want to make a duplicate copy, if you just want to have one good reading saved, you just click on clear all, and it'll erase the entire recording, and then you can go over it again with a new one. And then you can just send me the best one you did, or maybe the worst one you did, if you want me to see like the full spectrum of how well your reading practice went. If you want to delete notes, you click on the down arrow on the note and you click on delete. And it's really simple to use outside of that. There are some other options here for editing the story. If you're going to do any editing, please make sure it's only to your recording and not to the story itself, because you want the story to stay the same. Don't change the words or anything. Otherwise, I'm going to have to make you redo it. I don't know how to use some of these buttons quite yet. You are free to explore that yourself and edit your recordings, but do make sure that you're sending me a clear, easy to listen to recording. Alright guys, if you have any questions, you know how to contact me. Thank you very much.